Hey guys, this is Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another One Piece anime episode review. Sorry for getting this up late because I was watching that crazy Clemson versus Notre Dame game. So yeah, that was definitely more than likely best football game of the year, potentially up to this point. Yeah. Now, in terms of the fans storming the field, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a good idea. Anyways, yeah, speaking of diseases or plagues, Luffy catches one in this episode, but to say that this episode almost made me cry, damn. One Piece hits you somewhere, man. One Piece hits you in the damn heart, man. This was probably one of the best, One Piece episodes, because they start off the episode with flames, with just Luffy and company just beating up everybody. And it was like, oh my goodness, the animation flames, the flames. Just like how I like Dragon Quest's animation, One Piece's one arc animation has been flames. So, yeah. Anyways, in the meantime, you have prisoners eventually still getting shot with the plague rounds. Like, you got beast pirates just shooting them, the scorpion guy shooting them. They're just shooting everybody and stuff like that. Now, the scorpion guy, the scorpion's, smile devil fruit user essentially says, regarding the name of the plague, essentially what happens with this little plague is you get a high fever that spreads from the spot where you get shot and essentially makes a burning pain reoccur all over your body. So that sounds like it freaking hurts. Okay. Eventually, you'll start bleeding, and then eventually, you'll just have, I guess you could say, the will just to pass it on to other people. And essentially what it's truly called, these plague rounds are called mummy. And it's funny because technically, the people the prisoners who are shot, who are marching towards Luffy and the others and surrounding them, even though you can say, oh, they look like mummies or they're acting like mummies, nah, they probably should have just said zombie. It would probably have been better because they're literally walking like zombies and stuff like that to them just to touch him. And it's honestly, it's what a zombie really does. They bite you and then you turn into a zombie yourself because it's a plague and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the thing. Now the prisoners, they go on to say listen, if it wasn't for you, yada yada yada. The things we heard in the last few episodes where they have no belief in themselves and they have no confidence and they lost the will to fight, and essentially like that. And they kind of say, you won't win, just give up. But Luffy, after hearing this and stuff like that, he's done. He gets pissed, and then he just grabs one of them by the cheeks. And then he stretches out his arms and then wraps them all up. And he starts to get the plague rounds, or the disease, into his body, the mummy disease into his body and stuff like that. Now, this is when we say here, Luffy give probably one of really his most emotional speeches, he's ever given in this entire series. And damn, it hit me here. I was like, my ninja, that's my ninja Luffy. And stuff like that. Anyways, he goes on to talk about the fact, that essentially, that why are you saying all this stuff and things like that? Don't you want to have your country free? You guys are just being Kaido's, essentially, you're being his slaves working for him, because the prisoners make a mention. See, if it wasn't for you making things out of hand in this prison, we could just live on with our regular lives. But Luffy's like, hey, bro, you're telling me you'd rather work and do all this quarry mine and just get some freaking dumplings out of it for what? At this point, you're just doing slave work and you're being Kaido's slaves and stuff like that. And he goes on, in his, dialogue by saying, I promised this girl, I promised Tama, that I would save her country and make it a country where she can eat whatever she wants and stuff like that. In the background, you see Tama and Otama and Momonosuke. Otama's listening to this, and obviously, I'm like, that makes it even worse. And then you get the flashbacks of Otama and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm crying onions, almost as bad as what happened with the election results. Yeah, I know. So hate me if you want. I saw that. I'm sorry. The Luffy Otama stuff, I never got to mention it, but the Luffy Otama stuff, I just love that dynamic, the big brother, little sister thing. That whole thing made me so damn emotional because I really do like Otama as a character because she's just that younger little sister character and stuff like that. And she's not like an annoying kid character. She's actually like a kid character in an anime or just a TV show in general you actually like really like and stuff like that. Now Luffy goes on to say that if he cannot save this country, essentially it will be a living hell. So essentially Luffy just straight out said, listen, I don't care what's happening. You know, I know about Odin and I knew he was an honorable man and the stuff he did, and he seemed like he was a really, really good guy. And I'm here to save your country, which I think is honestly a first he's ever said, because let's be real, every other time he's, you know, saved a country, you know, he really didn't want to take credit for it. Like the last country he saved was Dressrosa. Like, he didn't want to be credited as being a hero in Dressrosa he saved Dressrosa. He didn't want to be credited with that. Because he's like, I'm a pirate, I'm not no damn hero. But here it seems like I will save your country because he knows what's going on here. And then obviously he made a promise to Momonosuke and the others and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, like I said, that speech by Luffy was, if not one of the best Luffy speeches in regarding to, you know, telling people, listen, hey, it's all right, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna save you guys. And, you know, you even have like, you know, Kawamatsu even say like, this man, he really is something special. And you have Hiyu obviously crying because he's also inspired too, because, you know, he saw it up close and stuff like that. And, you know, and it was really Kawamatsu who said, this man has the spirit to essentially, you know, motivate others to fight for a cause and stuff like that, which has been a hint, you know, at Luffy in the past, where there has been characters that said, this young man has just the will to have people just want to follow his journey and his cause, which again is one of the main reasons why he has the crew members today. Him and what he stands by makes his Straw Hat crew members follow behind him, all the way from Zoro to Brook, essentially, and stuff like that. So after that speech, anyways, Babanuki's like, shit, they're starting to turn on us, damn it, and stuff like that. So what happens is he pulls out some kind of ball that contains like 200 essentially plague rounds, and he's trying to fire it. Now, Luffy senses this coming and essentially stops him by tying up his trunk, and it blows up in his face. So I'm guessing Babanuki has the plague now, like all spread out through over his body. Now, the reason why Luffy stopped him is because, again, a reference to the Katakuri fight, even a few episodes ago, we now know Luffy can somewhat see into the future, and he saw into the future that something bad would happen if that thing fired, obviously. So he made sure to put a stop to that real quick, and things like that. And essentially, he's like, all right, you guys take care of the rest. You know, you guys can now gang up and take care of them. And they kind of really overthrow the Scorpion guy and Solitaire, the Monkey Devil Fruit user. And, you know, that's when you have at the end of the episode, it says Udon has been taken over by the Resistance and captured. So now Udon is under the Resistance control. It's a base for the Resistance now, because now prisoners can be released and, you know, if they want to, can join the cause with the 9 Scalbards in trying to overthrow Orochi and Kaido. They do cut over to Kid and Killer, and Kid's just looking at the keys, so obviously Kid's gonna more than likely be released. And who knows, maybe he might make a temporary truce with Luffy like Law did in order to take down Kaido, because he knows he does not like Kaido as well, and he probably wants to get Kaido back for what they did to Killer. So yeah, other than that, this week was a really good episode, mostly because the motivating Luffy speech, which I find hard where some people are might not cry if you're emotional with this One Piece stuff. I almost teared up a bit. I was like, that's my MC. So yeah, otherwise than that, that's all I gotta say. So it was another good week of One Piece, and I can't wait for next week. So it seems like next week might be the resolution to this Udon prison mini arc here in the Wano arc. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. So if you like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on the video, and hit that subscribe button to get more One Piece anime episode reviews every week, barring unless they go on break or something like that. As well as hit the subscribe button because this upcoming week I'm going to put out my One Piece arc review, where me and my co-host, the Red Wolf, will talk about the Dressrosa arc. And yes, we had talked about Dressrosa last week, but it was the first half of Dressrosa. We're on the part after Doflamingo unleashed the birdcage, and we're gonna clean that arc up and do the resolution for that arc and stuff like that. So yeah, other than that, look forward to that. Hit that notification button so you know when I get any uploads to the channel and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So then, hopefully you guys are having a good rest of your night. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Whether it's the virus or the aftermath of this election, please be safe. Whether it's looking out for one another, because there are people that are definitely upset about how the election turned out, and let's just say they might try to do harm, even though I don't see that happening, but you never know. But also, stay safe for the people who are definitely really happy in terms of the outcome of the election. So if you are in those, I guess, rallies and stuff like that, those gatherings, please be safe out there. Please make sure you're wearing your mask. And yeah, so other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been Camber 15. So till then, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.